for ESPN SportsCenter in the morning, right here on ESPN 1000.
Good morning. This is ESPN 1000 SportsCenter. In the morning, I'm Christian Hansen. We have a lot of sports to cover this morning, but first, here's a quick message from our sponsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Have you ever thought about a career in broadcasting? The Illinois Center for Broadcasting could get you started in the exciting fields of television and radio. At ICB, instructors who currently work in the broadcasting industry will train you on the latest digital, audio, and video equipment. You'll find out what it's like to be on air when you host your own radio show on one of our internet radio stations. Best of all, once you complete the program, you'll have the support of our full-time placement department that will help you find your first job. Just think about it. You're going to be working at a TV or radio station in less than a year. So pick up the phone and call ICB for more information at 630-916-1700. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
What is the name of this network again? ESPN?
No, ESPN.
That's a terrible name.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm your host, Christian Hansen. We're going to be talking about the Stanley Cup Finals today. Preview of the two teams, Boston and Chicago. We're going to recap their last games that sent them to the Cup. So, let's begin with the Blackhawks, all right? Let's send you off into the club with something like this. Yeah, that's right, everybody. Blackhawks hockey here on Hanson Sports Talk Radio. It's about 11:03 on Central Time. I'm glad to bring you all Hawks and Bruins today. All right? We're going to talk about Crawford and how he's been sloppy. He's been kind of clueless coming out of the net when he doesn't need to, making stupid decisions. Then we're going to talk about Tuukka Rask, everybody. Playing outstanding right now. Only gave up 2 goals against Pittsburgh in the last series where they swept them. Crawford's just a little more average, but Boston's more defensive-minded than any other team I've seen in the playoffs right now. The Hawks they hit, but it's all offense for them. That's why I thought Pittsburgh and Chicago would actually be the better matchup. Because if you look at Pittsburgh, they're not big hitters. It's all offense. I mean, you look at, they got Brandon Morrow, Jerome Ginla, 2 captains they acquired at the trade deadline. They have Chris Letang, Neal. They have Crosby, Malkin. It's pretty much the same for the Hawks. I mean, you got Taves, Kane. They got Bickle. They're pretty much even. Opposed to Boston, where they're a little more bigger on the defensive side, and they have guys who can get it for the net. The only guy we have is Bickle, and it's working, but we need other guys to step up a notch. You can tell me what you think at Hanson Sport Talk Radio on Twitter, or you can tweet me on my personal account, Christian_2796. I mean, if you look at that Boston versus Pitt series, you saw a lot out of Boston. I mean, if you saw Pitt was playing like garbage. I mean, Fleury didn't play great at all. They put him in, first shot on him went in the net. Volkun played like garbage. I mean, I was really, really, really shocked that Boston swept them. Now, for the Hawks, I didn't expect much out of them. I honestly thought this was going to a Game 7. But turned out I was wrong. I went to 5 games. They ended up breaking the streak in Los Angeles by winning the game 3-2 that day, and was sent to back home with a chance to clinch it. And it was pretty awesome to see Kane get that game winner in double OT. Kane afterwards, even he was talking to Brian Ingblom, the man inside the glass for NBC Sports Network, where Brian asked him what was going on in the first overtime. You seemed a little tired, and well, that's what I thought too. But Kane just said, they still couldn't get over what happened with 15 seconds left. He said, you think you're going to the Cup, you're 15 seconds away. you never think of anything happen like that. But he said it was a beautiful set piece, and he just got lucky. And he said first overtime they were still kind of numb and recovering from what happened with that 15 seconds left. And you saw that ridiculously. I mean, they only had one chance, was when Tane was on a breakaway. He dangled around, I forget the defense man who it was, but he tried to chip it off back to Kane, and Kane couldn't connect. I mean, that was their only chance in the first overtime. Then you saw a little different side of them in second OT. They were more aggressive, got on the puck, controlled that blue line, hitting hard, not coming up with those stupid icing plays. Like that's what really hurt them towards the end of the game. With Bickle, it was a stupid icing he had right before that goal that was scored by LA to send it to OT, which was ridiculous. I mean, there's no need to ice that puck or send it up down the boards like that. I mean, then you brought them down back to the Hawk zone and they scored. It was 9.8 seconds left, and I'm still getting numb. I'm still really shocked that happened. I'm still mad, but they won. But if you look at that game, I mean, Corey Crawford, he didn't really do much. He was deep in his net inside the Chicago Blackhawks dressing room minutes before the midnight local time. I mean, his pads were still trapped onto his leg, his back slightly slouched, nevertheless pressed against the wall. I mean, there was a picture, there was a sign of exhaustion and relief and elation. This was a goalie who was moments away from finishing nearly 92 minutes of nonstop, high-energy, intense Stanley Cup playoff hockey, only to find out at the end of a long-awaited celebration, come to realization that he was going someplace special. The Stanley Cup Final, that is. That'll be the Hawks' first Stanley Cup Final since 2010, and this Stanley Cup Final for the Bruins will be their first since 2011. Well, it's going to be a good matchup. I mean, Patrick Kane had the first hat-trick in a conference championship clinching game since Wayne Gretzky did it 20 years ago. I believe that was with Edmonton. And Crawford made 33 saves. He did pretty good last night, including 13 in the overtimes, as the Blackhawks fended off the Brazilian Los Angeles Kings and to punch their ticket to the championship, which starts Wednesday at 7 o'clock with a 4-3 double overtime win in Game 5 at the UC. Coach Q said after the game, that was a game you'll always remember. He said that was an amazing hockey game. I mean, the last obstacle standing in the way of Chicago's second Stanley Cup championship in 4 years is the red-hot Boston Bruins, who have made travel arrangements to get to the Windy City in time to start the final on Wednesday at the United Center. It will be the first time since the Bruins and Blackhawks, two of the NHL's oldest franchises, have met with the Stanley Cup on the line. It will be the first time two original six teams have met in the Stanley Cup final since 1979. The tradition of the Bruins and the Hawks is special. Original six teams, it's always going to be a great matchup, Quinville said. The rivalry could return instantly come Game 1. It's good for hockey. This will be the first time both sides have ever faced a team from the other conference due to the lockout this year. They all played in-conference teams. Kane scored the winner in that game with a 3-2 win against LA to send him the cup at the 11:40 mark into the second overtime when he completed a 2-on-1 with Captain Jonathan Toews by a one-timer shot high over Kings goalie Jonathan Quick's glove. You saw that a lot in the second overtime. I mean, they had more breakaway chances, more 3-on-2s, more 2-on-1s. They were a little more aggressive, played smart. Their line changes were perfect. They almost had a couple goals off great line changes for them. I think Hossa had one when he was coming out, and the puck was down there, and Boston was just trying to clear the puck out, and here comes Hossa out of nowhere. It was a stick saved by Quick. It was a great, great, great game. Kane went 7 straight games without a goal before scoring Game 4. Could you believe that? 7 straight games. He got a cheap one he stole from Bickle on, I think it was Game 4 in LA. He stole that one from Bickle. I give it to him, though. He lit the lamp 3 times on Saturday. He scored about 6 minutes into the first period to give Chicago a 2-0 lead. And then around 4 minutes left in the third period, he gave the Blackhawks a short-lived 3-2 lead, and again in double overtime, he connected with the winner. Quinville said before Game 4 he wanted to see more in Kane in all areas of the game. That was more than more, Quinville said, having known that Kane hasn't been alive in the playoffs at all. Same with Captain Jonathan Toews. He's only had 1 goal. The rest are all assists, and I think he's like 6 assists. That's it, and 1 goal. He needs to show up as a captain. He needs to be more aggressive and get out there. but everyone's getting to him. It's all mental for him. I really hope he wakes up this series because he really needs this, and I'm hoping the Hawks do it, but I don't know. We're going to head to a break right now. Thanks for listening to Hanson Sports Talk. We'll be back for more.
Fishy, fishy. Smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites. Fishy, fishy. Smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites. Fishy, fishy.
Fish McBites are succulent and breaded to perfection. So take a trip to make it please and get your service.
Smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites, smack bites. Fishy, fishy.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Would you like to try our new Fishy McBites?
I'm loving it.
Hyundai makes some of the most fuel-efficient vehicles in the world, and Patrick Hyundai Superstore makes them affordable. Announcing the More MPG for Me sales event. Shop over 200 new Hyundais with 4 models that get up to 40 MPG highway, like the new 2013 Hyundai Elantra. Lease it for $219 a month, sign and drive. That's a new 2013 Elantra for $219 a month, sign and drive. And every Hyundai includes America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and the Hyundai Assurance. You said it. We heard it in the booth. Don't miss the More MPG for Me sales event at Patrick Hyundai Superstore, 1020 East Gulf Road in Schaumburg, or
Click PatrickCars.com.
Elantras, $219 a month, sign and drive. With approved credit, 48 months, 0 security, 0 due, 12,000 annual miles based on EPA estimated highway mileage plus tax tag and title, stock number H3.